everyone. Welcome to Brickvault. I don't know if you just heard that. I knocked off some headphones right as I hit the start button. But anyways, sorry, we're streaming a little bit later than our normally allocated time at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and that was because Spectrum decided to change our modem number. It was like they wanted to reactivate our modem. Basically, we just didn't have internet for any of our computers in the office, and we're like, so we're on the phone. Anyways, that's all taken care of. The stream has now officially started, and I know I mentioned this last week, or at least earlier this week. I was working on a fidget spinner design, and I found something that I kind of like. I like the way it looks. I wanted it to be all black, but I didn't quite have enough of these longer black pin pieces, so I used the blue instead, and it works just as well. And what I like about this is that it weighs a lot, and we had a lot of extra tire pieces. It's maybe not the easiest and most accessible within the collection because, for other people to jump on board with the fidget spinner, just because how many of these old tire pieces are you going to have, especially if you've only been building Lego for the past couple of years. These tire pieces aren't quite as common as the ones we get from Speed Champions nowadays, but this thing is pretty powerful. I actually I have it set up to a point where if I start blowing on it, like I can start getting this thing to go really fast, to the point where it actually has so much weight with the tire that this part will just shoot off the edge. And not long before I started the stream, I was messing around with it, and I shot some of the tires all the way across the room, and I just don't even know where those pieces went. So I had to start it over. I had to rebuild part of this right before the live stream started. So I'm not gonna be messing around with it too much. I've got some ideas on how to change up the design at the end, but first I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna take this apart basically and just put it back together and show you. Let's see how long we can actually get it to spin one time around, and then at the end I'm gonna just play around with some redesign things, because there's this little bit of, it's not really wobble, it's just I feel like it could get slightly more stable. So anyways, it's just a personal theory of mine. But anyways, this is the fidget spinner. I like this because it kind of looks like your sort of classic fidget spinner nowadays. I think this is the base design, it feels like, for most spinners, and then there's all the kind of nifty, cool, different ways to do it. And I'll show you just how each of these pieces kind of comes together. I'm gonna take all the parts out in the beginning. Ooh, some of them are really stuck together because I kind of really mashed these pieces. But what the heck? Oh, there we go. Okay, so not bad for the parts. I just like the way this thing looks, just mostly because it's got a classic look to it. And I noticed just in the last couple of days, some other people have been posting pictures of other and videos of other Lego fidget spinner designs. Really cool creative stuff. I mean, of course I'm biased to my own design, but what I like about this one a little bit more is that it's just got more weight to most of it. It looks kind of like the classic design, and it's got more weight, which means it should be able to spin for, I think, a little bit longer than a lot of the other designs. I'm not saying that it's going to be way better, but I'm just saying that this one might spin a little bit longer than some of the other Lego fidget spinners out there. Now, that being said, no Lego fidget spinners are going to spin anywhere near as long as a regular fidget spinner. In fact, even a bad fidget spinner will still spin a lot better than a Lego one. Hello, Luke Creer. Luke Creer, welcome, and thank you for subscribing. I'm just organizing the pieces out now so you can see what the heck I used to create the fidget spinner, this particular one. And this one has a little bit more wind resistance, which I think might be some kind of wow, why does that, anything that's at the bottom of this just wants to roll away. But I don't think the wind resistance is really going to mess with it too much. I'm putting these out. These are studs with holes in the middle, and these are solid studs. The color of them don't matter. Actually, the color of any of these pieces don't necessarily matter. Come on, buddy. I want you to all stay in one particular spot. Is this a good spot? Yeah, okay. And we have two disc pieces, and we break this part out a little bit more. Okay, so what we've got here. Hello, Jake Rear. Hello, Jake. Everybody spells my name Jack just like they spell your name. But anyway, this is... Okay, these are all the parts. These are all the parts. Welcome, Gold Cannon. Thank you for subscribing, and welcome to the live stream. This is a slightly different version. We do a lot of set reviews and stuff like that. This one was just kind of like, hey, fidget spinners, that's a thing. Ellie Johnson, welcome. Sorry, I'm drinking my nice iced tea. It's not, well, it doesn't have ice in it, but it's tea. And we're good. Okay, so I was actually going to do this video further back. I was going to do this video last week, but I just couldn't find this. I knew I had this in the studio somewhere, and I was building something else last night. Last night, I was building something else, and I found this in a giant bin of unorganized Lego. Now I'm building it, by the way, so this part is, I think, one of the most important parts of the entire build, which is get this bar exactly in the middle, if you can. But I wasn't actually planning on doing this build because I had given up on trying to find this, you know, triangular Technic connector piece. But I found it last night, so I was like, oh, okay, now I can make a fidget spinner. Because this is really, I mean, you can do fidget spinners with other kinds of Technic pieces. There's a million ways to do it, but this is like the one, for the design I wanted, this is the piece I needed, and I just couldn't find it. Hello, and welcome for subscribing. Oh man, we got some new people jumping in. Footy Cards ×9. Wow, we got some interesting names jumping on. Welcome. And now this is important for getting the next step here. These are the stud pieces with the holes in them. That means you can actually attach them to the bar and try to get that stud flush with the bar on both sides and the bar as evenly fit between. You're always going to have a little bit more space on this side. Cocomole. I don't know. Thank you. Welcome for subbing. And sorry, I'm always going to mispronounce people's names. So, Janine Pinney, right? Janine Pinney, welcome. Thank you for subbing. Now we've got this basic idea attached here, and then once you've got the general studs attached, you can add one more stud. That's going to add a little bit more spacing. This will all make sense in the long term. And this here is a pretty easy way to go. I didn't bother taking out the other pieces here. Z-Bricks, welcome. Thanks for subbing. I didn't bother taking out this little, this little red Technic piece that the little cross piece a lot of people recognize. And this is, of course, the little, you're going to be able to fit a pin in between here. I love pancakes. Welcome, I love pancakes. I love pancakes. I love pancakes more than waffles. I'm going to say that. Actually, no, I don't know. Nebraska. Welcome. Sorry, I'm saying names horribly. And here we go. So we're getting a lot of the basics of the fidget spinner kind of set up right here. And sorry, let me just do a click here and a click here and a click here. All right. So now we've got something that looks good. Now, if you have your hands on the studs, this is going to be able to spin around. And this is what we want. We don't want any friction, but it doesn't spin for that long. If you notice, it's like, okay, like it's smooth. It feels smooth, but let's time this because I want to see Adrurius Jacas. Welcome. Okay, so let's count this. I'm just going to count in my head. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5, about 5 1,000. Chumbo, welcome. Thank you for subbing. Okay, so this is about 5 seconds on okay, let's see if I can flick it a little harder. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, roughly. Okay, Temis, welcome. Welcome H3 Lias, Mohammed Hamza, welcome. Everybody's jumping on subbing. Okay, hold on, I don't want to get too distracted. So we've got this moving through, pretty simple, and then what we want to do is just add more weight. So we have the basic idea of the fidget spinner already done. I don't know if you guys noticed that. We've got this broken LED light that's, it's playing a good flickering game with me on the other corner. Anyways, Everything Tube, welcome. Thank you for subbing. So we're adding the 3. I wanted this in black. I only had 2 of these, but it won't be symmetrical, so I'm doing it in blue. It doesn't really matter. And then just adding the tires. So the tires are just going to add more weight to the fidget spinner. So there's six of these tires. These are the tires that aren't really used quite as often as some of the other ones. Jonah, welcome. Thanks for subbing. Hope you guys are enjoying this little fidget spinny tutorial. Dude, the missing part, like I spun this around too fast and one of these tire sections just flew off. No idea where that is. So hopefully it'll turn up later. We have people coming in at the end of today to do some vacuuming, and my biggest fear. So right now, actually, the finished fidget spinner is basically going to work. I didn't really flick it that hard. Like, this is like a basic one, but, ooh, hey. Oh, come on, stop. Wow, you see how, Alfred, Los, welcome. That thing really, when the thing spins around, it wants to, the camera wants to, like, focus on this. It messes with the autofocus. Lego P3. So 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, 6 1000, 7 1000. Okay, so it's like maybe, so it's already going a little bit longer than when they didn't have the weight, but I'm not really trying to flick it that hard. These open tire pieces I'm using, they just kind of fit in there with a little bit of friction. I just like the way they look. They're not really for anything. Platinum Box, welcome. I have an idea on how I want to attach maybe some rubber bands for a later design for getting this thing to spin even faster, but I haven't actually implemented that yet. So anyways, I'm just attaching these little pieces on the outside, the little dish pieces, and we've got ourselves the finalized version of what I have is just the basic fidget spinner that I put together. Dang it! Stop it, autofocus. Okay, so let's see how long I can get it to spin. I'm gonna try to hit it hard, but like hopefully not break off the end, because what happens is this piece wants to come off. Because there's a lot of weight here, and so the faster it goes, the more it's pulling outwards and pulling away, and eventually it is gonna just completely pull away. So we want to make sure that our tire pieces are all kind of smushed up against here. We don't want these middle tire pieces. They're kind of aesthetic. I might take them out. If you don't have them properly pushed in, then they will rub up against the dishes and not spin properly. So let me see if I can get this thing. Let's see how long. Okay, ready? 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, 6 1000, 7 1000. I keep like, I don't want to like 7.5, maybe, I don't know. But like, if you hit it too hard, you're gonna knock that dish piece off. So it does want, oh wait, I knocked out another singular stud. Oh no, I didn't. I just pushed this in a little bit too hard. So there's some ways to mess around with this and to make the design a little bit more like smooth and stuff. But I think it works. Oh dang it! I pushed this stud too far in. So when you push it too far in, it wants to push your little dish piece just outside. You want to be nice and clever with that. But that's my basic design for the fidget spinner. I just thought I have a feeling a lot of people blow it with compressed air. Okay. So this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm afraid because I did this right before the stream started and I lost one of these pieces because I can blow it so fast that the thing will come apart. Let me switch to this camera because it might be a little bit easier for you guys to see. All right, let's check this out. Ready, set. If I go any faster than that, the tire piece is gonna fly off. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's see if I can get the tire. Okay, this is my theory. Well, not my theory. It already happened. This piece, one of these chunks, is gonna come right out. So, see how fast we can get this thing to go before the fidget spinner will break apart. But I think that's a pretty good like thing. If you can get your fidget spinner spinning fast enough to just rip the Technic part away, that's pretty good. And I've got a theory on how to reinforce that. The rest of the video after this is going to be sort of experimenting. I haven't actually built out the next part, sort of an idea of mine. But anyways, let's see if I can get this thing to rip apart. Ooh, I saw it go under the table. Okay, see what happened? There it is. So that's exactly what happened before. I'm gonna see if I can find the part. Bear with me. I saw like the tablecloth shudder a little bit, so I know where it went. I'll be back in hopefully just a couple seconds. All right, I got it. Okay. All right. So That's pretty good. I kind of want to try that again and just see how long it'll spin. Like, get as close as I can to having it spin, but not have it like fly apart. So let's try it one more time. I won't blow it quite as hard. Hopefully I'll get to that like sweet spot of having it spin really fast, but not rip apart. So that's okay. Let's just see what happens. Okay. No, I forgot to count. The thing spins for a while though. Like, that's just Lego. That's pretty good. But you might not be able to see it as well. Here, I'm gonna switch back down to this camera. You might not be able to see it as well. Welcome, Erwin. But when it spins, there's just I can feel the tiniest amount of wobble here. You might not be able to see it, but I can feel. You might be able to see maybe my thumb vibrating. I don't even know then. It's really, really subtle, but what I feel like that's doing is it does take a little bit away from the actual, you can see the wobble here, and that's because it's on this brick piece here. And now I'm gonna experiment. I'm gonna experiment with changing up this is a little bit. When is Brickvault gone? Where is Brickvault? Okay, hello everybody. Now, I'm gonna play around with this. This is the basic version of the fidget spinner that I already showed you on the how-to. I'm gonna take this apart again, and I'm gonna do a little bit of experimenting. So this is free play for me at this point. And the basic idea, all I wanna do, I don't know if this is gonna make it better or if it's gonna make it worse. But I had this idea just right before the live stream started. Instead of having this as the basic design, what I'm going to do instead, okay, let me just take the whole thing apart. Fortunately, this thing is so small and easy to mess around with that even a complete redesign actually shouldn't take a huge amount of time. So, yes, so a bunch of emojis are not allowed. That is correct. You guys are figuring out the rules of the live stream. The Flash, welcome. So I just added a regular pin piece and boom. Now we've got 2 of these triangular pieces. And the idea, once again, will be to have this cross piece hopefully be able to go through the center. Can it cross piece go through? Oh wait, this experimenting is going to be really short-lived if you can't get a cross piece to go through there. I might, instead of getting this bar in there, I'll get 2 shorter versions of this bar. Let me grab that very quickly. Woo, I'm going to be back in 2 seconds. 1 1,000, 2 1,000. 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000, 7 1,000, 8 1,000. Okay, so I forgot that the bar piece, I forgot that bar piece cannot go through. So what we're gonna do is use these slightly shorter ones, but they're gonna stick out a little bit further now, which is not ideal, but we're experimenting. We are experimenting with this. And then I'm gonna add, okay, now I'm gonna add just the shorter regular, sorry, can you see what I'm doing? I clicked away from the screen for a second. Oh yeah, welcome, the builder guys. Okay, welcome. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this piece out here. Sorry, let me move all these out so you can kind of see what I'm doing a little bit better. And I'm gonna attach a pin piece on this side. So I'm gonna do this 3 times over now and connect each of these triangular bits. So now I can still feel the wobble, which is kind of what I was trying to avoid. Yeah, I can still feel the wobble. So I don't think this redesign is gonna be better. Sorry guys. That was just it was an idea. Maybe if I put a lipstick piece in here. I don't know if I've got enough lipstick pieces for this though. Yeah, no, I don't think the redesign is actually gonna help it unless I do something else. Now I'm gonna play around. I'm gonna be playing around even more because I can already tell right now that this redesign isn't gonna make it more stable than the original. So what maybe I'm gonna do is grab another one of these pin pieces. We're really playing around with stuff now. Jack plays, no asking for shoutouts. You guys. All right. Now I'm gonna get one more of these pin pieces because that's what we need at the moment. Let me grab my magical. This is my favorite bin in the entire place. It always has the part I'm looking for, and not only that, I always find the piece I'm looking for pretty quickly. which is doubly awesome. So adding 2 outward pins, and then let's just experiment. This is what it's all about. So, in case you're tuning in now, I already showed you the fidget spinner that I built that I thought was a little bit, it could spin a little bit longer than maybe some of the other Lego fidget spinners out there. So if you're tuning in now and you're like, he doesn't know how to make it, I already showed you the one that I knew how to work that worked pretty well. So sorry if you're coming in now. This is free time experimentation. Maybe I can make a better fidget spinner just out in the open. So now I've got 2 separated pin pieces, and now I can fit that bar in again. I think I can fit the bar all the way through. Oop. Oh, this is gonna be a fun thing. Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun because they both want to pop out away from each other at any given point. So you kind of have to hold these pins together and really push that bar in properly. Oop. Ooh, no wobble. Ooh, that feels smooth. It feels a lot smoother in my hands. So that's pretty encouraging. But you know what I just realized is I can't really get a lot of those tire pieces onto the front. I could probably fit these dish pieces back on. And this thing, like, it can spin. Ooh, the dish pieces are actually already showing a little bit of extra friction, which means I need to get these extra studs on one more time around. Shouldn't be too hard. 1 extra stud piece here, 1 extra stud piece there. Hello everybody, I hope you guys are enjoying this little experimentation. I want to do more live streams that are kind of just like either free building or more custom building and stuff like that. Now this has less wobble, but if you haven't noticed, it's less wobble, but there's no space to attach the tires, or at least there isn't enough space to attach. Hold on, there's got to be. Wait a second. If I can fit a bar piece in here, I've got to be able to get another pin to attach here. That's what I need to do. And then, oh, do I have to do it like that? Are they not gonna? They looks like they're about to hit though. Yeah, looks like they are about to hit. That's too close. If I use smaller dishes and get a bunch more pins, I can get the wheels on. It'll be a wider build, but it might be slightly more stable, and it might be able to spin for a little bit longer than the original design. So I need to grab, I've got a few more pins that are just hanging out on the table, but I'm gonna need to grab a few more. So I'll also need to grab at least 1 more bar piece. Or no, I need to grab at least 2 more bar piece. 1 more bar piece, yeah. So I can push this bar through the middle, have it sticking out. Okay, I need 1 more short bar, and it looks like, oops, dang it, pulled that bar all the way through. Sorry if I'm experimenting. Oh yeah, all right. Wow, got a bunch of people jumping in on the stream. I'm glad that you guys like this little fidget spinning thing. I know I mentioned it like earlier this week, and I was like, I want to do this, and I'm glad that you guys are jumping on. I'm gonna jump back, grab a couple more blue pins, 1 more short bar piece, and a couple of smaller of these dish pieces, and then I think I might have designed a spinner that spins a little bit better. Okay, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000. Okay, here we go.
I saw you like what's spinning.
What's spinning? Oh no, the chat's boxes are spinning. Here, let me switch it back down to. Oh, did you get rid of OBS?
Oh.
Hold on, I need to switch it back to.
Switch it back.
Okay, yeah, here, I need to switch it back to this camera build here. All right.
Oh, I can just restart the chat.
Oh no, the chat is all messed up, guys. But I think I found all of the pieces that are spinning. Basically, every live stream, if you guys aren't regulars here, almost every live stream, our chat window gets like a little bit funky.
I think this app is like.
Okay. Oh, okay. Now, wait a second. I want to have a pin piece. I don't want the blue pin piece when I think about it, because this blue spins. I think it's the black pin piece that, or the gray one. Is that how it works? The gray one is the one where it doesn't spin, correct? No, the gray one spins. Isn't there a pin that doesn't spin? A pin that doesn't spin. I think all these little mini pins, they all spin. That's too bad. Okay. Well, I can still get it done, but it is going to be a little bit more annoying to flick because every time I flick this thing, the tires are going to want to spin with it too. We'll see. We'll see. This is, once again, just experimenting. But let's get all these tires through and through. I got one more cross piece. Hello, Fireman Studios. Welcome. Thanks for subbing. Hope you guys like this. And you might just be witnessing a brand new fidget spinning idea. Fidget spinning design. Oop. Dang it. I pushed this bar piece. Really has to stay in the center if I want the pins to both stay on. There we go. And there we go. Okay, I don't know if you guys have been following along, but here it is. Let me get the last of the tires on. Last of these tires on, and then I also grabbed a couple more dish pieces. Now I'm going away from the all black color combination now because I just want to see. This is, I think, it'll just be a little bit easier to hold on to these parts here. Now, all right, it's a bit wider, but in essence, this thing should be able to spin. Yeah, there's kind of a lot of wobble still, and that's part of it because it's a little bit wider, but not because it's less stable necessarily. So I'm gonna see if I can blow this, and it might be able to stay on a little bit better. So let me put it back up to this one. All right, booyah! Welcome. Thanks for subbing. This is the one that I just kind of designed on the spot. If you guys want to see one that I think works maybe a little bit more consistently, you can check earlier in the stream. But let's check this out. Okay, let's see if it works. Ooh, there we go. And it's not jumping away quite as easily. Not bad. Not bad at all. And it's not jumping away quite as easily because there's two cross pieces now attached to it. And because these are attached with a bar, it needs to have a lot more outward pulling force if I want these wheels to fly away. So unfortunately, I don't have compressed air with me today. We don't keep it in the... Do we keep compressed air in the office? We might have... Wait a second. We might have something... It's not compressed air. Wait. Okay. Now, if you're willing to wait like 30 seconds, I think we've got an electronic motor compressed air machine. It's not from a can. It's not like a can that you shake up. It's not a aerosol canister, but I think we have a motor powered thing. It's super loud. I'm gonna see if we have it. Okay, let me just bear with me. 30 seconds. 30 seconds-ish. I think we have one. I think it's here down here. Okay, it's not in this drawer, but it might be over in here. We have it. Do we have it? We have it! Oh my gosh, we have it. Alright. Yeah, I forgot that we had this.
Someone's coming back today.
Okay. Have you ever... Mike didn't know we had this in the office, but we have it in the office. Okay, so...
I'm gonna break something.
It's going to be loud, so apologies. And I'm probably going to break something. That's what Mike said, and he is right. He is the voice of reason, but this is a live stream, and it's Friday. The office is already messy anyways. Oh, yeah, he's going to help. He's helping me plug it in. All right. You can feel like the torque of this thing when you turn it on. Is it plugged? Yeah. Okay. All right. You sure you don't want to see this thing work? Okay. So this is the heaviest. We could probably, if I really wanted to mess with this, I could probably add more weight to it. But let's see what we got. That's pretty good. It didn't go apart. I mean, okay, now, if you're used to normal fidget spinners, it's not going to be spinning, like, nearly as long. This is all Lego pieces, so...
You can show it like close on the big cam.
Yeah, let me show you guys again. Close up. You can really... This thing, it feels like it wants to jump out of my hand a little bit when I do it. Okay. You guys ready? Let's try this again. We got it. Well, success. Look at that. This thing
Right.
broke off, but look, this thing was about to come off too. This piece almost. There we go. So let's chunk that back on. Well, it worked. All right, guys. So I think. Let me switch back to this camera. I think we're done for the live stream. I'm glad that this design worked a little bit better. It looks like there's going to be always a finite amount of friction to no matter how well something spins from Lego parts. It's still Lego parts, and you know, you're only going to get so much out of it. But I think we got a pretty good amount of efficiency. I kind of want to check out some other designs for fidget spinners out of Lego and see if somebody figured out a way to get it to spin even longer. That was like the whole goal of this episode, was like how legit can we actually get it to spin, instead of just kind of, because it doesn't look like that good, honestly. Well, this one doesn't look as good as the previous one. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I had a lot of fun messing around with this, and it was our happy Friday, so no more live streaming on the weekends. We stream every weekday, or we try to stream every weekday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We live in San Diego, so whatever California time is. And hope you guys enjoyed it. So anyways, that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks again for tuning in. And all right, yeah, we'll see you next time at Brickvault. Bye.